What's going on, folks? It's K Spade, the prospect, the guy sometimes referred to as the YouTube MVP, and I am back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay, Team Deathmatch. As typical with me, the gameplay you'll see is pretty decent gameplay here. It's really not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about games, whether or not games are being dumbed down, watered down, and why. So I'm talking with the homie Nate. A lot of my videos start off with me talking to the homie Nate, but I'm talking to Nate, and I can't remember what game I was talking about, but I was like, yo, this game is mad easy. And he was like, you know what? All of these games are really mad easy. And then we just started reminiscing, which is signs that we're getting old, because that's what old people do. They just sit around and reminisce about the quote-unquote good old days, right? So we was just talking about the gaming industry, and people bash COD badly. People go, COD's for noobs. You don't need skill to play COD. COD. People just beat up on COD. But honestly, even though Call of Duty is watered down than a mug, in the words of QJB, it is watered down. But it's not just COD. It's everything in the video game industry, and I understand why. I had an epiphany, and I feel like sharing that with you guys. So I'm an old school guy. Let you guys know that, man. My gaming days started on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I can remember Contra was a great game. I really used to like it. And if you could beat Contra without the 30-man code, without going up, down, left, right, BA, start, if you could beat Contra with the 3 men the game gave you, you was a beast. You was a beast. And you know, eventually, I mean, don't get me wrong, I put that code in tons of times. But at some point, you know, I learned the ins and the outs of the game, and I got good enough to beat it with the 3 men. And that was something that, you know, young me, I would brag about it. You know, I'd be at lunch like, you know, I beat Contra with 3 men, right? You know what I'm saying? I thought I was a boss. So times have changed, because let's be honest, the games, which is too difficult for young gamers, they were too difficult for the casual gamer. And I know some of you say, you know what? Screw the kids, screw the casual gamers. But from a business aspect, do you realize how much money you would be cutting out of your pockets doing that? So what they tried to do was make the difficulty levels so expansive that it covered all of these ranges of gamers, you know? So for instance, we could speak on 2K. And, you know, I post 2K gameplay. People know I play on Hall of Fame. I've live streamed me playing on Hall of Fame. I've done the verification thing, and I still get people saying this must be rookie. And you know, I always take it as a compliment. But if you play the same game enough, you learn the ins and the outs of it, and you can manipulate the hell out of that game. Unless you are a casual gamer, or, please don't take offense to this, very young. Very young, alright? So getting back to the whole thing with COD. My whole COD experience came with Call of Duty 4. I know I've said that a lot. I probably will say it a lot. But the thing is, I listen to people's excuses of why they play Call of Duty the way they play it. A lot of people say they camp. A lot of people use ghosts, and they say, you know, UAVs just come up so often. It just ruins the game. But not really. I mean, like I said, I came from COD 4 where everybody ran 357. And what I think about the UAV is it promotes movement. You know what? When it's a HUD up, you can't sit your ass in that corner or you're going to die. So on COD 4, when I would hear enemy UAV inbound, I took off running. That was the thing. I started running in hopes of making the UAV inaccurate, so it would show where I once was and not where I currently was. And that's why, I don't know, somewhat it's me being stubborn, but I just won't change my playstyle. I prefer to get an SMG. I prefer to run like hell. Don't get me wrong, I'm not running into any booby traps. If it's a UAV up and I know a guy's coming, I'm gonna set up shop and wait on him. Alright? That's just common sense. But I mean, because Call of Duty is an online game, there's no way to adjust difficulty. It's not a rookie and an intermediate and a pro, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna get into some lobbies where you're gonna face some guys that are good. You're gonna get into some lobbies where you're gonna face some guys who's not. I like facing those guys too, because they make for some really good gameplays. But seriously though, people beat up on COD for something that every video game company is guilty of. And it's realizing that cutting out the youth and cutting out the casual gamer cuts a lot of money out of their pockets. And if you're thinking that they should not cut money out of their pockets, you are clearly not a business person, you know? And everybody's not. Some people just aren't business minded. But I understand it. I don't always like it, but I definitely understand it. I mean, it pisses me off when the guy in the corner kills me and finishes with a higher KD than me. He's got a low ass score per minute, but he's got a higher KD than me, and all he did was sit in the same corner the whole game. Frustrates me, but I understand why the game somewhat rewards that. You know what I'm saying? They gotta sell games. They gotta make this money. So this gameplay is rounding out after I kill this guy trying to get my sentry. Get your ass away from my sentry, boy. What's wrong with you? So that's all I got for this one. I am gonna try to get you guys more COD gameplay. As I have said before, let me say again before this video is over, I'm not a pro player. My skills aren't through the roof. I think I'm a pretty decent player. I can hold my own, but I'm definitely not pro. All right, let me say that because somebody would state the obvious and say, K-Spade, you're not that good at COD, when I say it myself in the commentary. So let me make sure I put that out there. And I'm gonna still try to bring you guys more of these gameplays. That's all I got for this one. I would like to hear you guys' opinion on the whole difficulty thing. But until then, that's all I got. Peace.
Sales, your mission directive has been achieved.
Rainmaker.